Ignore my hair, it's up because I just got out of the shower, and ignore the dryer. But, dude, I was just going through trying to book an additional night for my stay in Portland, and the dude who answers the phone, I called the hotel, and he's like, hello? I'm like, hi, is this such and such hotel in Portland? He's like, yes, it is. I'm like, okay. The dude sounded like a stereotypical emo goth kid in detention. And I'm like, okay, I'd like to see if it's at all possible if I could extend my stay by one night. And the dude was always like lagging, like 2 seconds behind, trying to respond, not because of any connection, but because he was just like responding slow. I'm gonna take my hair down. I put it up when I get in the shower, so it's not in the way. And I'm like, yeah, I was just checking to see if there's any fees on top of that, if it was easy enough for me to just like pay for an additional night. And he's like, okay, 1 second, can I have your. Well, he's like, 1 second. Do you have your confirmation number? So I'm like, yeah. So I read it out to him. He goes, I can't find it. I can't seem to find it. I'm like, I'll give it to you again to make sure I didn't read it wrong. He's like, yeah, let's do that. So I read it to him again. And he's like, I'm like, could I give you my name? Can you search my name? He's like, yeah, I can search your name, sure. And every time I'm going like, yeah, I can do this, he's not talking like that. He's talking like, yeah, I can do that. And so I give him my name and he searches. And I'm like, I booked it through hotels.com, if that helps. He goes, that would explain why it's not showing up. So he dibbles on his keyboard, dabbles on his keyboard, and he goes, okay, I found it. So you'd like to book it for this and that and this date? I'm like, yes. And after we get through it all, he's like, okay, it might. That would be. I was like, is there a fee, or am I just paying the same price for the room as I did the first time? And he's like, there might be a hold on 1 second. He sets the phone down, and then he comes back like 2 minutes later, and he goes, it might be easier if you just refund the room and then book it again. Like, the dude's fucking like stoned, or he's like 16 working at the counter and could not care less, which is fine because I wouldn't care less either. But holy shit, dude. So I go, that's probably more trouble than it's worth. I'm only staying. I just didn't want to drive home tired, so I'll probably just book the one night. I'll just keep my one night and then head home or whatever have you. And he goes, and I'm like, and I'm sorry for any inconvenience. Thank you so much for help. I appreciate it. And he goes, all right, okay, bye, and then hangs up. I'm like, what the fuck was that? Now I'm questioning. Now I'm not surprised by the 3 out of 5 star rating on Google, which I don't really care much about that. As long as it's not a 2 or a 1, like a 3 is perfectly fine. But now I'm questioning, just, is my booking even legit? Am I actually staying at this fucking hotel? Because this dude's just like, okay, bye, and hangs up like he's talking to his fucking dad. That was something. But I paid for it. They have my money. And I was talking to support on hotels.com trying to see if I could go through them just to add it. And they're like, no, you couldn't do that. It would be a fee. It would be this, that, and the other thing. I'm like, there's like, you have the non-refundable, non-whatever. I'm like, no, I paid the extra $9 for the protection, so it would be fully refundable. And he's just like, basically just like, no, it doesn't work like that. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? I've never booked a hotel by myself. I've never gone out and traveled like this by myself. Just never have. And so I'm like, am I dumb? Like, what's going on? So, anyway, I guess I'm just staying for one night. That's fine. That was the original plan. I just didn't want to have to. I guess, but since I'm checking out at 11 and I'm going around all day, then I guess that's fine, because I'm driving to a parking garage, and then once I'm done at the parking garage, I'll just head home from there. That'll give me like 7 hours of stuff to do, which in my head I'm like, oh, I need 12 fucking hours. No, I don't need that. 7 hours is a long ass time on top of being there the day before. So, well, one day I'm going to the hotel, then the other day I'm going into downtown. So, either way, that's still plenty of time. So, yeah, I just thought that was a crazy interaction. That was just so dull, and I'm not one for professionalism, but that was so unprofessional. Anyways, yeah.